Hi everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Dear Human. In this series, we discuss all the things nobody told us about how to be human. And today, I'd love to discuss a topic which I've extensively covered in my book, The Morality Sandwich, as well. The topic is how we choose to either be a fighter or a quitter in life. By fighter and by quitter, I pretty much mean what kind of a mindset do you have? Are you someone who has an inbuilt strong mental resilience? Are you someone who is a little more easygoing? Are you someone who gives up easily? Are you someone who gets challenged when life throws a problem at you? Uh, or are you someone who fights it out till the end, right? I think this is a very important skill set and a life hack, and pretty much a life lesson that one must imbibe. And this has helped me a lot in my life as well. I very distinctly remember the first time, I kind of had this thought, and how it converted into becoming such a big gain in my life was during my 12th standard. I'm a commerce student and I had taken accounts, economics, and commerce, and under ISC. Very tough. I did my ICSE in school and then went on to do my 11th and 12th in ISC. And during that time, I realized that accounts, of course, by then I had realized that math was never my stronghold. Math and numbers, weren't a strength. For me, it was always words and, theory. But nevertheless, so I had taken accounts, and of course, it was a bit of a nightmare, to actually sit and study and get through those exams. But I was a hardworking student. But unfortunately, in one of the main exams, I had scored really less, and pretty much a single digit number out of 100. And I did take it a little easy, thinking, it's okay. By the time I get to my finals, I'll do better, and I'll, focus on my basics and get it stronger. But something happened that changed my entire life for the better. And so basically, we had a very, strict professor who was a HOD, and she had called all the students who were, who had scored really less in accounts, and she singled us out, which were, I think, about 9 to 10 of us, and we were called, for a special chat with her. And by the time, so she took us, to this room, and we were told to stand, and she started her lecture. Now, any student at that age, of course, would realize, okay, it's just going to be another normal lecture, and you take it from one year and throw it out from the next. It's the wrong message sending out to the kids out there, especially my daughter if she hears this. But yeah, that is the mindset back then. However, the teacher didn't disappoint. She was extremely rude and extremely strict. Her words were like bullets, literally. And she basically told us that we were, failures. We were destined to be failures for life. We were the good for nothings. We had absolutely no talent, right? We had absolutely no way of getting out of, passing through, or even getting out of life. And she basically wrote us off like a bad debt. And this went on for about 45 minutes, and it was by far the most grueling lecture that I ever went through in my life. And needless to say, I was very heartbroken, and I got back home, and I, of course, had to went to my mom, and I was all teary eyed, and I cried buckets and said, I don't think I'm a failure, and I don't think. anyone should make me feel this way, and why am I feeling so bad? And I was very lucky. I am very lucky. I have my mom, who's always been my greatest support system. My mom told me to wipe it off and not take it too seriously. And of course there was that reassurance from her that I am worth something. Nevertheless, what held on to me as an emotion within me was a very strong sense of anger, and and of course anger and despair, and this wanting to prove myself to this teacher, right? Like your angry young man, I was this angry young woman, and so I did take this entire anger, and I kind of converted it into effort, and I truly did study very hard for my accounts exam then, and nevertheless gave it a million percent. And behold, I lo and behold, I got the greatest marks. I got about 86%, and for me it was one of the greatest milestones of my life, because it might be a very small example in the larger scheme of things and the problems that one might encounter, but for me it was a huge turning point at that age to realize the power of transforming a negative emotion into something powerful, right? I learned how to convert the anger I held within myself for whatever reason into something more productive, right? And later on, I also got to learn about Meryl Streep's quote where she said, "Take your broken heart and make it into art." On very similar lines, and this became almost like a mantra in my life. And what I've written in my book is, basically, whenever you are in a situation or a life situation where it is very challenging, or you feel stuck, I think we need to ask ourselves this question as to whether you are a fighter, or are you a quitter, right? You need to decide. It takes less than a millisecond for you to retrain your brain and bring it on track. You need to shake it off, and I think this is the biggest warrior hack, which has saved me multiple times. And you basically need to ask: Are you going to quit? Or are you going to fight? Are you going to stand up for yourself? Are you going to are you going to put in be there for the long haul, or are you going to quit? And life is always a battlefield. It is never going to be rosy. It is never going to be all the time comfortable, because we are here to learn lessons. We are here to better ourselves. And knowing that you are a fighter and having that attitude within you will develop so much inner resilience. It almost becomes like an armor of sorts, right? And as you go through, you will meet so many different people. You just don't know where life is going to take you. And you need to protect yourself, and the way you protect yourself is building the shield of inner strength and resilience. And this is one tiny hack that has always helped me convert any kind of negative emotion into a positive one. And I think Michael Jordan has also quoted saying, you can fail a million times, but success is get the moment you get up after failing, right? So what determines success? Success is not glory and fame and always being in the limelight. I think true success is someone who beats the odds, and someone who can pick themselves up, right? How many ever times you're knocked down in life, how much do you have in you that you can pick yourself up and start over, right? You need to keep starting over, and that is the mind of a warrior, and that is the mind of a fighter. And you need to train your brain, you need to train your inner sanctum to follow this attitude. And yes, this is one small hack that has helped me a lot, and yeah, it's something to deliberate on. Thank you.